cute little baby. And she started posting, like, the page is mostly her baby, which, if you've listened to my videos, you know I feel a little weird about a page being, or not a page, like, if it's your personal Instagram, whatever, but when you start building a whole platform around your child, especially if it involves video making, you know, how weird that is to me. It's just like, almost like laborious, you know, at a certain point. So she has one of those TikTok channels that's just all got shot in the head. But before the officials get there, another official arrives, who's probably like his buddy, and takes him somewhere, like airlifts him. And then there's conflicting reports because, like, it says the bullet just grazed him. So this is very weird, right? So I don't know. Like, look into it. I don't know if he's trying to, like, be like, see, somebody's after me too. It couldn't be me or what, but it is very, very weird. And there's other deaths in this situation. There's their housekeeper fell down the stairs, I think a few years back, and then one of the boys from, like, their area that was openly gay was said to have had a relationship with the other son, who was not openly anything. And that kid ended up dead in the middle of the road. Like, what happened there? Were they trying to cover something up? This is not okay. Alright. Another crazy story is a few hours from here. There's a place called the Murdaugh Caves. And it's so weird because I was looking at, like, my memories on my Snapchat. And the day that this happened, 3 years ago on that day, I was at Murdaugh Caves. Me and my fiance were at Murdaugh Caves. So they're just like these caves that you go explore. And there was a shooting there. Some guy took out all family. Well, a mom, a dad, and a kid when the other kids arrived. So, it's just terrifying. I don't know if he had any connection to this family or not. I don't think so. And I think he took out himself. So, I'm just so sick of this. I'm so sick of this. You don't even really want to go out with your family, because what if that's the day somebody decides to go bonkers, you know? Alright. The last thing I'm going to talk about, because I heard of this on the radio here. Here in the United States, we have this huge formula shortage. And apparently, it's kind of turning into, like, the toilet paper thing. So, we did have some political networking going on where we got a bunch more formula. And then I think Abbott Labs is back to producing. So they're putting out more formula. However, now, because of the panic, when people see formula on the shelves, they're buying it all. So, even though we're producing again, we're getting some from other places, we're still in this, like, residual panic mode, or almost like hoarding mode, because it is scary. Like, you can't justify the toilet paper. You can live without toilet paper. But formula is terrifying, like, for people that need formula. So I get the fear, you know. I don't even really have any advice. Like, try not to hoard, because that's what's causing it.